Welcome to Farrell Equipment. Hi guys, my name is Brendan from Farrell Equipment and Supply, and I'm here with Bob DiStefano from DiStefano Sales, and we're looking at Thawzall and Heat King today. Bob, can you take us through some of the differences with Thawzall and Heat King?
Definitely. What we have here is Thawzall. This is the unit that has always been tried and true, and the unit that you guys have been using and renting for years. Thawzall is the Cadillac of the industry, as we call it, because of its primary efficiencies. It's a ground heating device and also a concrete curing device. So it heats water, it heats glycol actually, and runs a glycol through a set of hoses, and then the hoses cure the concrete or thaw the ground. And this device is by far the leader in the industry with efficiencies. So this unit will burn under full load 1 gallon per hour versus any one of our competitors is nowhere near as efficient. The Heat King, for instance, burns 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons an hour. So Thawzall has always been the Cadillac of the industry because of its efficiencies and its way it's built. It's built very heavy duty frames, heavy duty components, a boiler system, whereas the Heat King is a hot water system.
Okay.
So the efficiencies are what people look for, because obviously when these units are on a job, they're running not just days, they're running weeks, months. So when you're burning so many gallons per hour, obviously you want to make sure your efficiencies, you're burning less fuel as possible.
Okay.
So what we have here is Heat King. This is the same company, builds both machines now. And we call this the Buick of the industry because it's still a very high quality unit, but it has a little different heating system. This has a hot water heating system, which is not quite as efficient, but typically in the long run, it's a little bit less to purchase, so it becomes more effective.
So are there any benefits of the Heat King over the Thawzall unit?
Both machines are doing the same job. The Heat King has some advantages where you can easily crane this machine up because it has lifting bales on the top and forklifts on the bottom, and also has larger tie downs. So from a transportability standpoint, this is a little easier to transport. And this one also has an evacuation system of the hoses, so that when all these hoses are lined on the ground and you have 600, 700 foot hoses filled with glycol, they become very heavy and somewhat difficult to pull and move in and out of the reel. So therefore, with this machine, we have an onboard compressor that can evacuate the hoses. So the hoses become very light and easy to handle, much easier for one man to load and unload, unreel, and reel up in the machine itself.
Great. So you can empty the line and then reel up the hose.
Correct. The hoses become much lighter and easier to handle.
Great.
Where typically, when a hose is out 600, 700 foot and it's full of fluid, it becomes very heavy and much more difficult to maneuver. Plus, if you ever got a hole in a hose, you can shut that zone off and evacuate the fluid before it leaks into the ground with the Heat King, where you can't do that with a Thawzall.
Very cool feature.
Yes.
So those are some of the differences between the Thawzall units and the Heat King units. Thank you, Bob, for coming out and showing us a few things.
My pleasure.
I appreciate
Thank
it. My name is Brendan from Farrell Equipment Supply, and we'll see you in the next video.